Hi, welcome back to Choose Peace, Love, and Happiness. My name is Debbie Walsh. I created this channel to help share self-help healing tips, tricks, techniques to help others on their self-help healing journey as I was helped on my journey. So for these several videos that I've made, the recent ones, reviewing Dr. Wayne Dyer, The 10 Secrets to Success and Inner Peace, and we're up to the 9th secret. And the 9th secret is treasure your divinity, which just connects to the what I spoke about on the prior video. So if you want to watch that, perfect. So this one says, rely on your source. You can always rely on the ever-present power of love that never abandons you and never runs dry. You can rely on this source if you remind yourself that it includes you at all times. And I just spoke to this in the prior video. But it's rely on your source. We're never alone. There's a bigger divine intelligence, right? God, universe, angels, whatever you want to believe or what you believe. We're never alone. So there's always an open communication channel if we're aware of it and if we believe it and if we choose to communicate with it, right? It's there for everybody. It's not selective for some and not for others. And you do kind of have to be at a certain vibrational frequency as well to be aware of it. Because a lot of times it's always happening, but if we're not aware, we might not see it. It's there, but we don't always see it, right? So, but there's an ever-present power of love that never abandons us. It's like a parent with a child. That love is never ending. It's unconditional. So think of that with the divine, right? Has an unending, unconditional love for us and will always be there for us, right? Doesn't mean we get our way, and it doesn't mean we, boo-hoo and then say, I want this, I want that. And if I don't get it, then I don't believe it, because then that's not authentic, right? And that's really not how it works, truthfully. But we are all divine, and we're all part of the divine intelligence of the universe, okay? So here's the next one is, know that you are a piece of God. You are a divine creation, a being of light who showed up here as a human being at the exact moment you were supposed to. You are the beloved, a miracle, a part of the eternal perfection. It's so beautiful. That's what I said in the prior video. So we're all divine, and we're all born from a divine spark of love, right? And no one's better than anyone else, right? And we all have God within us. That's why we're here. That's how we're created, from divine love, right? And when you know that, it's so comforting, and it was comforting to me. I didn't have that belief originally when I started on my healing journey. I did believe in a power greater than myself. I did. I didn't necessarily recognize that we all have the divine within us, and it's part of who we are. That's why we're here. That was a learning process for me on my journey. But it's nice to know, right? That we're all here for a reason, and a divine reason and a divine purpose. And we're divinely loved unconditionally, no matter what. So, and how comforting is that? We're never alone. So when we think we have a trouble or a hurt or a heartbreak, that it's going to be there forever and our life is just going to be terrible because of it, that's not true. It's not true. Most things that come up that are hurtful or harmful or painful pass. And they're meant to change us on our journey. That's the reason why they happen. Everything isn't sunshine and roses, and don't misinterpret it either. We have challenges and we have good things, right? We have both. And we wouldn't appreciate one if we didn't have the other, right? And vice versa. So it does happen for a reason, but it's here for a season, not our whole existence, potentially. So when we focus on that, it helps us transcend what we have to transcend and then move forward from there, right? So refute your ego's assertions. Your ego is nothing more than an idea you carry around with you everywhere you go. It asserts that you must be wary of others who also want what they feel they're entitled to. Let go of this ego identification and instead identify with your source. That's true. Most people are in their ego, and the ego is suffering. It's the human definition of suffering when we're in our ego, right? And some people just live 1000% deep in the ego. And when things happen in life that are very hurtful, we feel they're very harmful. It shatters our ego a lot of times, because you can't, the ego is prideful, right? And it's, I'm great, and you're not, potentially, right? When we live in our ego and it's just about us. And things happen to change that. Because I was in my ego, believe me, when I, hit my roadblock, my huge roadblock, in my 20s, I was totally living in my ego as everyone, right? And it changed me. And that's why I hit my roadblock, because I was meant to change. And I'm a totally different person. I don't live from my ego, because I don't have an ego anymore. I had the ego death, as they call it, right? Where it's not, life is just not about me and what I want and what I think I need and what me. It's our life. The reason we're here is not for that. It's to be here. It's part of the divine experience, but we affect each other as we're going, right? And we're learning and we're growing and we're impacting others, and it ripples out and it elevates everyone when we experience something and we get through it and we heal from it and we benefit from it, and it changes our awareness. It changes who we are, and then we go forward a different version of ourselves, right? A better version of ourselves, and then we affect others, and then they affect. So it's like a group elevation, if you will, is what I believe. When we experience challenging things in life, they're not meant to destroy us. They're meant to change us and mold us and grow us for our next journey and the next set of people that we will come into contact with, and we all affect each other. So, okay, the next one is realize that there's no place that God is not. The God presence is everywhere. Therefore, it must be in all that you perceive to be missing from your life. You're already connected to all that you'd like to attract into your life by this universal, all-powerful spirit called God. That is so true. A lot of our troubles are perceptions that we have. We have a perception that something's wrong. We have a perception that there's trouble. We have a perception that this should be this way and that should be that way. It's all just our beliefs, right? When it's really not true. It's just our human mind, our 3D human experience, our ego, creating things that we think should be a certain way or shouldn't be a certain way. And when you really heal from hurtful things, you come to a place where you're like, it doesn't have to be my way. I don't know. The divine, the intelligence of the universe knows way better than I do, little old me. So when we get to the point where we can trust that divine intelligence that's bigger than us, knows better than us, and knows what's best for us more than we would know ourselves. Because if we knew everything that was best for us, we wouldn't have some of the troubles we have, right? Like, how do people get married and then get divorced? At the time, they thought that was it, right? Then they find out that it wasn't. But if we knew everything, we wouldn't get into that situation in the first place, right? So there's just evidence right there, right? That we don't know everything. We think we do, but we don't. And when we can trust and let go and know that it's a bigger plan that's way better than any plan we could have created ourselves, then we can let go of the reins and release our need to control everything, because we don't really know what's best, but the divine does. And how great is that? Okay, so the last one is acknowledge your eternal connection with God. You can never be separate from that which created you. As long as you refuse to believe otherwise, you won't ever feel separate from God. Did I just read that one? I got talking and now I'm like, did I just repeat that? The truth is we're all divine. We're all divine spirits, energies created from love, right? And we're here in a human experience, a 3D human body, to follow a path that's meant for us, and certain things are meant to be on our path and certain things are not, and it's all for the greater good of our own experience as well as the experience of others that are on this path with us, right? So I'll leave it at that. Wishing you peace, love, and happiness on your healing journey. Namaste. I hope this resonated with someone. I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts, criticisms, critique, whatever you think. I'd love to hear, or if you have specific experiences or examples you'd love to share, I'd love to hear it. If you need help on your journey, I'm available as well. The contact information is down below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Namaste. Bye.